Hey, hiring managers, POCs, and everybody else listening to it. Chris Parrott here, your civilian HR director. Great feedback from the last video I did, so we're going to keep going as long as it's helpful. Really quick, want to talk to you about hiring, the way ahead, where we are at, make sure that you understand all of that and what we're doing with AcqDemo. So right now for hiring, we are focused on the FY21 hires. I know FY22 is coming real fast, so let's get everybody executed here, all of these positions executed. And so we have 55 positions that we're working on for AcqDemo. And of those 55, 30 of them are going to be part of again, a new hiring strategy that we have, but for a hiring fair that we're going to do, we're going to open from the 7th of May, which I think most of you are tracking. So 7 May through 28 May, people will be able to submit resumes. Now, you might be saying, oh my gosh, it's going to be open for 3 weeks. There's going to be 1 million resumes. Not how it works. I promise this is cool. And so all of that work that you've done to identify the ideal candidates, that is articulated into out on the website. So people are very clear on what kind of candidates you need. We need senior folks coming in. Some of them need to be DoD experience. Some of them need to be industry experience. And you have the opportunity to capture that. Now, the link is going to be going live soon to be able to announce it. And so I'll be able to share that with you. You can post it out on social media, your like any working groups that you're in, spheres of influence that you have, just wherever you would like to see your candidates coming from, you can push that link in addition to all of us that are going to be pushing the link as well. And then next week we will have a quick 1 hour training on how to access the resumes. And so you'll be able to do that. Now, what I want you to understand is these resumes can be accessed in real time. So starting on the 7th of May, you can go in and see every single time somebody applies and start looking at their resumes now. Do not wait until the 28th of May to be looking at resumes. Oftentimes you are able to make a selection before the hiring fair is even over. So how cool is that? And so, again, I'm going to encourage you guys set the tone and set the pace. So some of the more popular positions, like a 343 that's very generic, that could receive a lot of candidates. Maybe you set an internal rule or goal that you're only going to review 10 resumes. Or you're only going to review 20 resumes. It's up to you. Even if we get 100, we're still going to have that repository of it now. I'm not saying we're going to get 100, but just as an example, but we're going to have a repository of resumes now for this. So you guys set the tone and how quickly you're going to be looking at candidates. And then you find a great candidate, interview them. Just go. And I want you to make sure that everybody is clear that we are not beholden to the hiring panel. We do not have to do a hiring panel for the GS 14 and 15 equivalents. So again, what these things that we're doing and flexibilities under AcqDemo, I just want to make sure that you're very clear on that. You don't create extra rules and extra steps. I keep having these conversations to stop GSing it and to be able to do this. So we are getting savvy in this. I want you guys to be moving in real time. We're finishing up the PRDs so that those packages will all be done and you'll just be able to focus on candidate selection in May. For the remaining positions that are already in the works, we have 22 by name requests that are being worked in various stages of the process right now. Just because the classification authority is here with the Space Force with myself, it just means that responsibility has shifted from AFPC to the Space Force. And so I still have the burden of proof, if you will, to make sure that we are classifying positions correctly that support the organization. So if I come back and we have to have a conversation about maybe a position isn't going to be supervisory, because if they're only going to be taking care of and leading 2 people, that's not necessarily supervisory, can't be supported. Not saying that we can't get to things, but just understand I will come back and ask you these questions to get to the place that we need to support the organization the best. It is the same thing with the pay setting. A lot of you were in that training last week, and pay setting is a great flexibility that we have. And as we get more mature and as we need to work harder for talent, because right now we're the shiny thing and lots of people want to come work for Space Force. So we need to capitalize on that so that we have more flexibility later on of being more aggressive in our pay setting. So we'll come back and have conversations back and forth on that. Keep asking the questions so that we keep learning and making sure that we are providing those updates to you in real time as best we can. And if you're counting my math right now, there's 4 remaining positions, and managers are reviewing resumes on those right now. How did they get resumes, you ask? Well, a number of ways. So we can be posting out on LinkedIn and soliciting the candidates. We can push things through. SAP has a really extensive hiring channels that they push through, that they can solicit resumes. You can solicit resumes through your career fields. There's a lot of ways that we can be doing it right now to get resumes, but get out of that mindset of waiting for and working things like one at a time, right? And that we wait and wait and wait. We are not going to wait in hiring. We are moving and moving fast. And so anytime that you try to find yourself starting to overcomplicate it, stop and say, I'm GSing it. A couple of things that we do still do. If this is an Air Force to Air Force move, we do the management initiated reassignment. So there's a document there that, that the team will send to you, that you'll sign, and then the losing manager will sign. Just as a courtesy, make sure you talk to your person first, and that you've selected, to make sure that they have the opportunity to talk to their boss and let them know, so they're not caught up unaware, and it becomes an awkward situation. I apologize, it's going over 5 minutes, but I just wanted to let you know that this is how the hiring is going to work. If this becomes successful, then maybe we've uncovered what is going to work for space, and so we're going to keep going. But we've got to stay focused on those 21 positions and getting those filled and executed. So selections will need to be made by 1 July, so that we've got enough time to work everything through the system of those remaining positions. So, I'm so excited for you guys. Have a great day.